Good morning, guys. On today's video, we're going to check a few beaver sets, we're going to set up a new house, and we're going to check a few canine sets. So I'm out doing a little bit of beaver scouting. I got a beaver house that I'm trying to find in the creek kind of behind me. So I figured that I would try and put in a few canine sets while I was here. I'm just going to use this as my backing. There's kind of a dirt mound here and dirt mound here that was pushed up, but it's all loose stuff. I need some good firm ground. So that'll be the set from my angle. So there's a big mound here, a couple feet high, and then I got another mound there. So this is that 2-track. It just runs up to that gate. There's a pasture here. They farm grain in it, and then they let the cows graze it in the fall. You can see the cows out there. Right at this fence corner, the coyotes have a trail. Well, the deer have a trail. The coyotes use it though. And they always cross through there and run either down the road or cross into the bush there. So we're gonna go make another set over there. So this is the second set. Our buffalo fence is just on the other side of those trees. I was gonna put one there, but the only place I could find a good spot to set the traps is kind of still on the 2-track, and the farmers come through here with the tractor, so I don't really want them to run my trap over. So I'm just inside here. I've caught coyotes here before. So basically it's kind of a step down set to a certain degree. I was going to do a walkthrough set. I tried one for the first time the other day, and I actually caught a coyote after the second night, or second check, or whatever you want to call it. I was gonna do that here, but I decided to just do kind of like a basic dirt hole, a little bit of a step down, I guess. Put that cow skull there. So we will continue on, I guess, and try and make a few more sets today. Okay, I just got done putting 2 more sets in. So we've got kind of field edge. That's a big creek. We're on the other side. So here's a trail going through field edge. And that trail goes right through and does cross the creek. So I put a set in on the left side, which would be the north side. And then just to try and play the wind, I put this one on the right side, which would be the south side. So we'll come back tomorrow and see if we haven't caught anything in any of these sets. This one I left fairly loud, and I put a little bit of long distance call on it. I know it's early for that, but I just want to see if I can get that smell out and maybe bring some in from a distance. Well, good morning, guys. We are just coming up to our very first set. And got a beaver. This beaver is actually pretty special to me. I came out yesterday with my daughter. This is her trap, her set. This is where she wanted to put it. Cast her, put a caster mount in, lured it, everything. So this is her beaver. We're out here pretty early in the morning. I let her sleep in today, but I think she's gonna be just tickled. So it's likely to be, I'm gonna say, a 2-year-old. Not a huge beaver. I've only got a couple of sets in here. Excuse me. Because back here it's a huge cattail flat. There's not a whole bunch of water in here this year. The house, I believe, is way down there. It's pretty darn hard to see. So we set a few traps in here yesterday just to see if we couldn't pull them from the house, basically. And once I stopped catching in here, I might see if I can get a canoe in here and try and follow their route to the house, and then just figure out what the easiest way to get to the house is. So I'll get him out of here, remake the set, and then we'll go check the other ones. Okay, so we checked our second set. There was nothing. What I did with these, they're all caster mounts, they're all conibears. Snap trap. Not sure what happened there, but we'll remake this. That other one isn't even touched. It's not snapped or anything. It's not even touched, but we just came in here to try and see if we could pull some from the house. But if you can see those far trees in the background, it's probably 300 plus yards from here. The house is back here somewhere, but it's not up against that bush. It's right in the middle of these damn cattails. So Guy will have to see if either we can get closer, set up on them and try and pull them that way, or actually get right to the house. So I don't know, the way they've, if you can see the water here, they've opened this up over the years just hauling trees. This will be, I would think, big enough for me to get a canoe in. I just don't know if I can make it around the corners to actually get to the house. But either way, I'm going to get this made back up and we're going to go check some canine sets. Okay guys, we're coming up to our first set here. I'm assuming that's a male. We'll have a look at him once I dispatch him, but he's a pretty darn good looking client. I'm going to take care of him right away because I think I barely got him. But we'll have a look at him once I dispatch him. Okay, well, we have taken care of him. I don't think he was in here all that long. You can see where he was scratching a little bit, but there's not a huge catch circle. But what we used here was a Montana number 3, dogless, and we got him by the toe. Got him on the back foot. Pretty lucky to have kept him. Mind you, I don't think he was caught all that long because it's disturbed, but not a whole bunch. So this is a male. He's definitely a beautiful color. Real nice coat on him. For mid-October, he's in pretty damn good shape. So we'll take him out of here and I'll do a quick remake with you guys. Try and remake this set. I'm sorry about the wind today. So like I said before, this is a Montana number 3, and as I got looking at it, he bent the levers on both sides of this damn trap. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to reset it as is. I tried it, it seems to function, so we're going to try and remake this set. I'll use that as my pan cover. We'll sift some dirt on it. Right now what I want to do is expose this pan so that when I pack around the trap and the jaws, I want this to be solid so there's no movement. The other thing with this trap, because it's offset, it has a little piece of metal that sticks up which makes it offset. So I have to have that covered, probably covered with about ½ an inch of dirt, just to make sure Coyote doesn't feel any metal, because if he does feel movement or metal, he will back out. You will lose him. So I'm going to just make that nice and solid. I'll take some of this excess over. And just re-sift it on. Edges up here. So when we're going to create a backing, so there was a little backing here. It was basically just some canola stubble, some weeds. So we don't want it to be too big or too loud. Just clean that dirt hole right out. So there's my pan. You can see it there. So I'll cover everything up a little bit here. And right here is my pan, and that's where there's a slight depression. So when he comes in to stick his nose in there, hopefully it should be the right front foot. So I'm going to take my gloves and stuff off, and we will bait and lure this. So for the bait, I'm going to run predator bait from Beaver Trapping Supply. I've caught 3 coyotes already this year on this stuff. It's pretty damn good stuff. So also I'm using sheep's wool. So it has its own smell. It works good for a bait or lure holder. So I just take a little dollop, put it in, wipe it off. And that gets thrown in the hole. And I push her down as far as that hole can go, because I don't want him to be able to steal my bait. So then also what we're gonna run, we're gonna use a little bit of fox urine. We're just gonna put it on the back. On this set, I used a long distance call. I know it's a little early for that. It's a little loud, but I just thought I'd try and get them a little bit closer. So here we're going to use canine lure. Also, I got that from Beaver. So I just take a popsicle stick. Oop, I don't want to drip it anywhere. A little bit on there, and I'll lay it in backwards. So it's a little bit higher than the bait, but it'll also give a little bit of scent. The urine's gonna give it scent as well, and hopefully the bait and that lure will keep them here long enough to work the set that we're gonna catch another one. So with that, guys, we're gonna move on to the next one. So we got to our next location here. As you can see, we're gonna try and do a little beaver trapping. I got a call from the farmer yesterday. He's obviously having trouble with beaver, so we're in his dugout here. This is his water supply. It's down quite a bit, but the beaver been knocking down trees, and they actually buggered up his power for his well in here. So we're gonna make a few sets today and see if we can't help him out with some of these beaver. Okay, so we got this dugout all set up. So how I set it up is I ended up doing caster mounds and running MB 750s. So I did 3 along this bank. There's another one there, and there'll be another one right there. So then I came to this side and I did 2 further down. I don't want to do them right beside the house, because what I'm trying to do is draw the beaver out of the house. That's why I'm not setting doorways right now. I want to try and draw as many beaver out of the house to these caster mounds as possible before I set up the house. So we'll come back tomorrow and see if we haven't caught anything. So we made her back. We're in the fur shed now. I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit better look at this coyote. He's definitely nicely furred. He's got beautiful color, beautiful coat on him. He's heavy. So we're pretty lucky to catch him. We got him by the toes. That was a Montana number 3. I did have him by 2 toes, which isn't a very good catch, but I'm pretty thankful that I held him long enough to be able to dispatch him. So I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit better look. It's so darn windy out. It's been windy for probably a week and a half, and it's not going to let up here. So, but with that, I've got a little bit of footage that I haven't aired yet. I'll probably put it in the video right after this. We caught a few other coyotes, but the footage isn't the best. The wind is kind of the shits. But either way, I thought I'd show you guys, so I'll probably air that right now. With that, thanks for tuning in. Till the next time. Good day, guys. We're just coming out to pull some beaver sets. I had set up a couple canine traps while I was out here trapping beaver. And it looks like we connected on a coyote. He looks like he's a pup. I caught him in a walkthrough set. And this is... Bridger number 3 that I caught him on. Got him on a back foot catch, pretty solid catch. So we'll take care of this guy. We're out here doing a little canine trapping. So I set this dirt hole up probably about 3 days ago, and as you can see, we got a good looking coyote. We'll get him out of the trap. Okay guys, as you can see, we got him out of the trap. I remade the set, but as far as the coyote goes, you can see it's a pup. He's got nice color. It's a male, young male. So that's pretty awesome. We were able to connect on the canine tonight.